Hi friends, Deni here in EPCOT. It is the festival of the holidays and thus my very favorite time of year. It's time for the Holiday Cookie Stroll. I have been waiting all year for this. I'm so excited to be able to cover it with you. We're gonna eat cookies together and it's gonna be a great time. Listen, we've got 3 new cookies to cover this year, and so time is of the essence. Okay, just a few things to cover before we get started on the Holiday Cookie Stroll. Number 1, pick up a festival passport. They are at the park entrance and literally at every other food booth that you come to. They're free. You're gonna want one because it's gonna help you keep track of all those cookies that you're gonna eat. Turn to page 3 and it's going to give you a brief introduction, and then turn to page 29 and it's going to give you the whole lowdown. You see, there are rules to this thing, and thankfully there are pictures this year as well. Listen, we've got 3 additional cookies to the already big lineup of 5 cookies, so you have to make the most of the time that you've got here in the park. But head to page 29, you're going to see your rules. You need to eat 5 cookies. 5 cookies, friends. If you have got a favorite cookie on that list, eat it 5 times if you want. Because the back page of the cookie stroll, you're going to have blanks. That's where they're going to stamp your cookie stroll page. The cast members, when they sell you that cookie, you're going to give them this back page. They're going to stamp it, and you're going to be good to go. So you don't have to eat all 8. You don't have to even eat the core 5. You just have to eat a combination of 5 of these cookies. Now, I have opinions coming in on the base 5. I tell you what, if that gingerbread man has not changed his ways this year, we're gonna have words. He and I are gonna have words. But I'm excited to try the 3 new ones. So real quickly, let's cover those 3 new ones, and then we gotta get eating. There are cookies to eat here. The Holiday Sugar Cookie can be found at Connections Cafe right here in World Celebration. So it's Connections Cafe and Eatery. The cafe portion is the Starbucks portion. So you gotta wait in that Starbucks line to get that cookie. You're gonna find the 2nd new one, the Jingle Sugar Cookie, over at Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion in World Nature. The 3rd new cookie we're gonna find at Noche Buena Cocina. That's by the Mexico Pavilion in the World Showcase. It's the Alfajores. It's like it's a dulce de leche cookie sandwich. That's what I understand. We gotta go get these cookies. So we're off. But number 1, you gotta get this festival passport so you can get your really cool stamps so that you can turn this baby in at Holiday Sweets and Treats for your completer treat. All right? Very exciting. On your mark, get set. Let's go. Friends, I have found a quiet little seat here in Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion, but it wasn't without, this wasn't my first stop. My first stop was to Connections Cafe there in World Celebration. I was just gonna, that was the first location that I was nearest, and so I popped in there, and they only had one side of the Starbucks line open. It's a dual-sided Starbucks, just like we had with Fountain View back in the day, but they consistently drop one side. And on the first day of a festival where a brand new cookie is debuting at the location, they are running one side. I'm sorry, did you not realize people were coming? I think they did, but it's incredibly frustrating to walk in there, to be ready to get your first cookie, and then not be able to do so. So hopefully I'll be able to hit it up at some point. I am here though, however, in the Land Pavilion. I've sought shelter in the Land Pavilion, as we all should during our EPCOT day. And I've headed to Sunshine Seasons, and I was directed to the self-serve bakery case where I got the Jingle Sugar Cookie. This is a sugar cookie that has red and green milk chocolate M&Ms studded all over it. And friends, The intriguing moment continues because this cookie was $3.49, $3.72 after tax. We've not seen a cookie in that price threshold ever for the Holiday Cookie Stroll. Usually they are $2.50 a piece. I have just paid an extra $1 for the starting price for this cookie. Now granted, it is a nice big cookie, but it's a Holiday Cookie Stroll cookie. Like, are we not going to have pricing consistency, or are all of the cookies going to be $3.49? You and I are going to discover this together today. But it's a weighty cookie. It's a soft cookie. Let's just break it right open here and take a look. It's nice and thick. Let's see how it tastes. You know those cookies in the grocery store that they give out to kids for free? I mean, my kids, when they were little, loved those cookies. And as mom, I loved it because it kept my kiddo happy for a little bit while I was in the grocery store. These are those cookies. That's what this tastes like. My first bite had me feeling like it was dry, and then I got more toward the middle of the cookie. It's less dry, but like you thought, like those M&Ms don't go through the cookie because it's a sugar cookie. That's just not what you do. You put things on top of a sugar cookie because the sugar cookie is like a blank canvas. It is a nice sugar cookie. It's thick, but literally it's just a blank canvas. I'm a fan of M&Ms, but am I a fan of paying $3.49, $3.72 after tax for a Holiday Cookie Stroll cookie? No, I'm not. I'm just not. This is not on the same level as the other cookies in the cookie stroll, at least the way that they've been in past years. I'm hoping the way this cookie stroll has started out is not an omen of things to come. But I've got my first stamp, so I'm going to take it and roll. I am now in the Odyssey Pavilion. I have gotten the cookie that you get in here. It is the gingerbread cookie. He is a cute little fella that's got, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a gingerbread cookie. He's on the thinner side. It's not a, a thick gingerbread shingle thickness of a cookie. It's kind of a thin gingerbread cookie, but you can get it here at the Odyssey Pavilion, and I am of the mind, being an EPCOT history buff that I am, that anytime that you can be in the Odyssey Pavilion, in the Odyssey, you should. You absolutely should. As you can see, Santa is over my shoulder. This is where Santa's meet and greet is now. Used to be Santa and Mrs. Claus back in the American Adventure Pavilion. Now Santa is meeting in a pretty neat sleigh set right now here in the Odyssey Pavilion. It was kind of neat when I was waiting for my gingerbread cookie. In walked Santa.
You know, everyone should order hot chocolate today. That's amazing that I would say that.
It was really the cutest thing. Completely charming. What has not been charming over the years is this cookie. Bless his sweetheart, no matter where he is, if he's being given away at this booth or that booth, it really doesn't matter. He's all looks and no substance. He is really, really cute. He smells lovely, spicy, gingery, like you would want him to smell, but how's he gonna taste? Off with his head. I have beheaded him and taken off an arm. But I've got to admit something. He has been dry and lifeless in past years. They've actually got this moist. This is a moist gingerbread cookie now. There's nothing big and fancy about him, but at least he's moist. It's not as wow in your face as some gingerbread can be. So if you're someone who really loves, like, whoa, gingerbread, there it is, all the ginger in the world. This is not that. This is really cute. He's gonna, when he had all his appendages in his head. Really cute for Instagram. I mean, doesn't get much cuter than a gingerbread cookie, but taste-wise, I mean, he's okay. Here's what is not okay in my book, is we are up 50 cents a cookie. I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together, friends, and it appears that these cookies in the main part of the cookie stroll are going to be $3 a piece. I mean, you got to increase prices sometime, but when it hits my cookie stroll, that's hard. We're going to see if it's worth it. On to the next cookie. I've made it to World Showcase Lagoon. I have procured the next cookie at Buena Noche Cocina. And forgive me, I said earlier it was on the way to the Mexico Pavilion. It indeed is not. It is near Port of Entry, near the mouth of the Rose Walk, where the Rose Walk ends, and near the Friendship Boat station here. I have got the second of the three newest cookies. This is the one out of the three cookies that I was most excited to try. It is the Alfajores. It is a vanilla shortbread cookie sandwich with dulce de leche and coconut. And it is covered in a dusting of very, very fine sugar. So I'm so sorry to the cast members who have to clean these things up all the time. I am so sorry, but we are thankful for you. So here we go. Here's the cookie. So here you go, so you can see how big it is. Just check out, I mean, what even is that about? How lovely is that? So now it's time to chomp into this cookie, and I've got confectioner sugar all over my pants now. You can't take me anywhere. Here we go with this cookie. Let's break into it so we can see what a cross section looks like. Ooh, it's soft. All right, there it is. Oh, as it's falling apart. Take a bite. Okay, I'll start with the good. The cookie itself, the vanilla shortbread cookies, are lovely, light, flaky. A whole lot of love and care was put into this cookie. It's super evident. Here's the not so positive things about this cookie. It falls apart so easily. It is all over the place on this table that I am standing at. But also the dulce de leche, I'm going to try to get a little bit of it on its own. Hold on. The dulce de leche and the coconut sprinkle, that's nice. There's not enough of it. I would just say that, again, it's kind of like the red velvet whoopie pie over in Hollywood Studios. It doesn't have enough of the really good stuff there in the middle. I would definitely boost that, but I'm all for giving us something different and something that is going to stretch us in our understanding as global citizens here at EPCOT, but also, you know, I've never had this dessert before. Alfajores. I think that's, forgive me, please forgive me, and I'm so sorry to my Spanish professor. He was so nice. I'm so sorry. And Senorita Sullivan in the 8th grade. I'm sorry. Right, I'm here just on the other side of the World Showcase Lagoon, just this side, the other side of Port of Entry. I have visited Yukon Holiday Kitchen, which is located at the Canada Pavilion. It is a bevy of hustle and bustle, but the line wasn't too long, so I can't knock it for that. I have procured the Snickerdoodle cookie. This debuted last year during the Holiday Cookie Stroll after the partnership with Mars M&M was signed, and it looked different last year on the Holiday Cookie Stroll. It had more of like a glob of Snickers bits in the middle of the cookie, and now we have them spread out. I am excited about that because that was part of my feedback last year. Is I was so bummed that the Snickers portion of the cookie was like right in the middle, and now they have spread it all out. So thank you so much, food and beverage team, for this. Step in the right direction already. Now let's see how it tastes. It's a warm Festival of the Holidays day. And the icing, the chocolate icing that's drizzled on it is already getting everywhere. So here we go. Cheers. Two things that they have fixed with this cookie. They have given us more Snickers spread out, which I am all in favor of. Thank you. And they've given us a slightly thicker cookie. Now, when I think of a Snickerdoodle cookie or Snickerdoodle cookie, I think of a puffier cookie. Last year's cookie wasn't as puffy. This is a little puffier than it was last year, so we'll take it. It's a nice, light, almond-based cookie. I like the addition of the Snickers bar. It's not overpowering. It's just really nice. I need another bite. You know those moments in Disney parks where you're just really excited to be back and you kind of, get a little misty-eyed and you just want to savor all that time being back and seeing those iconic things again, like maybe Cinderella Castle or Spaceship Earth. Friends, I feel that way about this cookie. I'm here at L'Haim. I have procured the black and white cookie. It is the plant-based cookie on the Holiday Cookie Stroll lineup. It is a cake-like cookie. It's a little bit thicker. It really does taste a bit like a cake normally. Typically, that's what it is. It's drenched in chocolate and vanilla sugary glaze. And you and I are going to taste it. Here it is, number one. There it is. Look how big it is. And I already have chocolate icing on my finger. Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day. This cookie, I'm really hoping it lives up to the past. It's got a big reputation to live up to. So I am just gonna, oh my stars. There it is, friends. That's how thick this cookie is. So when they say cake-like, you can believe it. It is definitely cake-like. I can, right off the bat though, this is a different color than it typically is on the inside. Typically it is more of like a light yellow. It really leans very almondy, which also leans, it's got some citrus going on in there as well. I've tried to make these before using the EPCOT recipe. They are not easy little babies to make. Let's eat them. We are BFFs. Me and this cookie are BFFs. And I'm gonna eat this cookie all gone. Oh my gosh. So while it looks different than it typically does, it is just as good. It's got a light citrus flavor to it. It's not at all crumbly. It's moist. Again, I'm sorry, but it is. It's moist. It's delightfully cake-like, flat on the bottom. See, the glaze isn't on the bottom. Well, it is a little bit, but I think that's my fault possibly. And it's just lovely, sugary, big notes of vanilla going on. That little, just hint, lightest hint of citrus. Another bite. This is a hefty cookie. When you're shelling out $3 now for a cookie, you want to make sure, you want to feel like you've gotten your money's worth. I definitely feel that way with this cookie. And to be honest, I always have. This is an out of the park every single year. And this year, I'm glad to say, is no different. On to the next one. It looks like I'm hiding out in the bushes here. I'm in the American Adventure. The tree is right over there. Look how pretty that tree is. It's always just gorgeous. And it's time to eat what has roundly been my favorite for years. I've made the EPCOT recipe. I have followed it these many years. It was a Feast of the Three Kings at the front of World Showcase for the first year, and then it's just kind of made its way around here, the American Adventure Pavilion. This is the chocolate crinkle cookie. Now, this has been my favorite. This is it. It is just divine, fudgy. Normally, that's what it is. Now, right off the bat, you can see that it's got a different color to it. Like, some of that powdered sugar on top has soaked up some of the moisture from the cookie itself. So I'm a little like, I'm a little hesitant, but I got to take a bite. Here we go. Okay, they've changed things. Full stop. They have changed my favorite cookie. It's still got that nice granulated sugar. I mean, that texture that you're used to with the chocolate crinkle cookie or with EPCOT's chocolate crinkle cookie, as it's starting to fall apart. I'm gonna break it in half so that we can see what's going on here in this cookie. It's got chunks in it. Look at that. Let me eat it. Okay, so they've changed the recipe. It is different. We have white chocolate going on, it appears. Did we need that in our chocolate crinkle cookie? No. No, we did not. I must say I did not need that in my cookie. Is it good? Yes. Is it different? Yes. It's dense. You can see how fudgy and moist it is. It is almost, I mean, it's I don't want to say it's like a half-baked cookie, but it's kind of like that. All right, friend. I'll know. $3. American Holiday Table here in the American Adventure Pavilion. Jury's out. Another bite. So as you can tell, it's a little dark. It's a little later. It's, goodness, just past 8 o'clock. I've seen candlelight processional. I've hung out and done all sorts of things. Ridden Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind with the Holiday Remix. So much fun. And now I'm here in the Bavaria Holiday Kitchen area, and I have the last cookie of the main cookies. That sugar cookie, I've got to get the sugar cookie with the holiday sprinkles from Connections Cafe and the completer. So it's almost done, friends. Hang in there. So this is the Linzer cookie. This Linzer cookie is traditionally, it ranks third on my list over the years, but I want to definitely check it out this year. This is an almond-based shortbread-like cookie sandwich with raspberry jam and confectioner's sugar on top. I'm gonna take a bite. Here we go. Okay, totally different texture than what is normal for this cookie. Normally it is a little bit of a crispy shortbread cookie. Still great taste. I always love the raspberry filling. So nice and bright and punchy, like you would want it to be. Like there's just, it hits the back of your throat and it just makes you pucker a little bit. That I love. I don't love the consistency of this cookie. The texture is just, it's all very crumbly this year. And kind of, it's just weird. It's not at all crisp like a shortbread cookie would be. So yeah, I'm not sure what is going on. It's a super humid day today. So maybe that's it. It's only gotten more and more humid as the day has progressed. So maybe that's what we've got going on with the Linzer cookie. But right now, yeah, I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. I'm gonna take another bite though. But I literally can't even break off a piece of this cookie. It's just crumbling in my hands. Oh, Linzer cookie. Bless your heart. I am here. It's the bitter end, friends. I'm in Connections Cafe. It's the end of the evening. Thankfully, at the very end of the evening, I mean, it's 8:45. There was no massive line like there was earlier. You know, I was not a happy camper earlier when I walked in here and saw that tremendous line and only half of the cafe open. Not good. Not good. When you give us an eating challenge and then you make it impossible to finish, we're not happy. We're just not happy. So this is the holiday sugar cookie. This is $3.49, just like the sugar cookie was $3.49 in Sunshine Seasons. Now that one was nice and thick. Remember, it was moist. I'm sorry, I know. But it also had milk chocolate M&Ms in it. So it had a little bit of a redeeming value. It's got different holiday sprinkles on top. It's not quite as thick as what was in Sunshine Seasons. It does feel like it's not super dry, which is really good because we have this really weird phenomenon going on with a couple of the cookies on the cookie stroll today that they turn to sand in your mouth. Like they're just the dry desert. Remember that on Mario Kart? You used to have to drive through the dry desert. That's what these cookies were. Let me take a bite. Okay. It's not awful. It's okay. as long as sugar cookies go, it really is. It's not bad at all. It's got a little bit of it's that almond taste, and it's got a little bit of maybe citrus, but I think it's more almond than anything. The holiday sprinkles don't do anything for it. This is incredibly skippable. Please skip this cookie. Please listen to me, friends. Don't get this cookie. It's $3.49 you will waste, and you will regret it, and you don't need it for the holiday cookie stroll. So, sunshine seasons, skip it. This one here at Connections Cafe, skip it. If you are hungry, I do recommend Connections Eatery, though, and this is just, it's a lovely space. So, I mean, come in and hang out, but go elsewhere for your cookies. So, friends, this is the point at which I have a confession to make. Well, yeah, I guess you could classify it as a confession. So when I tried my beloved chocolate crinkle cookie from the American Holiday table here in the American Adventure Pavilion yesterday, I feel like I was a little hasty. I mean, just a little bit. I was a little, it's different. They have changed this cookie, and it's been my favorite. It's been my favorite for years, and it's different. Now, just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. And it just really caught me off guard. It really did, I gotta admit. So I'm back here again. This is the very next day, and I am trying this cookie again because I felt bad. I felt bad for the cookie. Now, if we stop and really look at it, it is absolutely different. It's not as thick as what is normally here. It's not as, it's softer than what is normally here. And also the confectioner's sugar on top is a bit discolored, which is weird to me, which means it's soaking up moisture, likely. And we also have like little chunks of white chocolate going on. So the chocolate crinkle cookie, I mean, understand, I love this cookie so much that I've made trips to the park specifically to get this cookie before, and only to get this freaking cookie. And so when I get it, and it is so different this year, it just caught me off guard. So like I said, it's the next day, and I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm gonna give it another try. This is it. All right, there he is. And it's crumbling apart as I hold it. That's what the back looks like. I'm going to break it apart so we can get a cross section. There it is. So you definitely have white chocolate chunks going on in here, which that's great. Just not traditionally what they've done with the chocolate crinkle cookie, not what the official EPCOT recipe is that they've released in years past. But I'm going to give it another shot. So here goes. It's good. It's good. It's got that deep, rich cocoa flavor that we're all used to from this cookie. It's got that, like I said yesterday, it's got that granulated sugar texture to it, which I really find enjoyable. This one is a little bit more solidified than the version that I ate yesterday, so it's going to vary by preparation, right? By batch. But it is really good. Super sugary, as you might expect, with all this sugar going on top. And the white chocolate, I mean, it's nice. It's a little bit of a different texture. It's nice, but it is still a very good cookie. I'm sorry, cookie. Cheers. Oh, I've now finally completed this year's Festival of the Holidays Holiday Cookie Stroll for 2022. I went to Holiday Sweets and Treats and picked up my Holiday Cookie Stroll Festival treat, and also it comes with a special surprise. So if you don't know what the surprise is and you don't want to know, then goodbye and thank you for watching. If you do want to know, I'm about to show you. First of all, the completer cookie, bless its sweetheart. This is it. This year, Festival of the Holidays emblazoned logo. It's a sugar cookie with that overlay, that printed overlay, edible printed overlay on top. It is never, even back when it was the Mickey Santa cookie, it just wasn't something to write home about. The completer cookie is not, unfortunately, the end cap on this cavalcade that I feel like it should be. Eventually maybe it will be. Here's the cookie. We're gonna break it open, and half of it falls on the table. Yeah. Oh, bless its heart. Here we go. Every year, it is the same thing. No, it is not my favorite. If it's yours, rock on. Not mine. But what is really cool, this year's surprise treat, a Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special pin. So branded, I mean, there's the Disney Plus on the backing card. But how cool is that? Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So a little bit of synergy with Disney Plus, of course, but still really, really cool. I'm very excited about that. Last year it was a peppermint, chocolate peppermint sundae that was a special treat, which I loved very, very much. But I will absolutely take that. That's something to be able to keep past today. So that's a lot of fun. So if you're coming to do the Holiday Cookie Stroll, I really feel like there are a few things to keep in mind. Number one, just because there are 8 cookies on that Holiday Cookie Stroll this year does not mean you need to eat 8 cookies. In my mind, you're gonna skip the very first 2 that you're gonna find in your festival passport. The Holiday Sugar Cookie at Connections Cafe and the Jingle Sugar Cookie from Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion, completely skippable. Sad, but completely skippable. In my mind, they are $3.79. Well, $3.49, $3.72 once tax is added in. You don't need to be paying more for cookies that are subpar. These are the cookies that you can find in any grocery store bakery case and the ones that they keep kids quiet with in the grocery store. I hate to say it, but that's the case. The Alfajores cookie, and I hope I am saying that correctly, my deepest apologies if I am not, I'm trying, at Noche Buena Cocina, I think that's a skippable one as well. The cookie actually turns to sand in your mouth. Like you chomp in and it's almost like it doesn't have form. It just kind of goes to powder in your mouth. That gingerbread man, oh my gosh. From, bless his heart, that gingerbread cookie from Holiday Hearth Desserts in the Odyssey, it's a good thing he's cute. Like I said to the sweet family, I met a sweet, sweet family last night in the Germany Pavilion, so, so kind. And we that's what we said, like, it's a good thing that cookie's cute. Because yes, he's good for social media, but that's gonna be about it. Continuing on the list, we've got the Snickerdoodle cookie from Yukon Holiday Kitchen. They did indeed spread that those Snickers crumbles out over the top of the Snickerdoodle. It's not as puffy as a typical Snickerdoodle, so I do knock it for that for sure. But that's a cookie that is actually quite enjoyable. The peanutty taste, just it stands out from the rest. It's really, really nice. So that's one I would recommend. The Linzer cookie this year, something was weird with the texture. Something was really off. Another cookie that just kind of disintegrated. I tried to break off a piece of it and could not physically break off a piece of that cookie. It was mushy. That raspberry jam filling though, bright. Oh, it's delightful. It's really, really good. And then there were 2. My beloved chocolate crinkle cookie has taken a bit of a turn this year. And you know, like you saw, I had to go back and give it a second chance. And to be honest, the second chance was better than the first, but still something is really off with that cookie. They have changed the texture. It is a flatter cookie. The moisture it's soaking up in the powdered sugar on top is just strange. And I don't know that the white chocolate, the addition of white chocolate was necessary. They put a Dove chocolate on top of the cookie, same cookie last year, and then a Dove chocolate on top. I would rather have that back. than the addition of white chocolate inside. I understand if it was because there's a partnership and you've got to work that synergy in here, right? But it's sad to say, but it does not have the top spot. It just doesn't this year. I still loved that rich cocoa flavor. I love the texture. The granulated sugar texture is really nice, but it's not the same. And it's okay if they're gonna change them up. Like, this is not a museum, right? This is what Marty Sklar said. But ooh, I don't know that was a change in the right direction. So the top spot, cheers, 50th anniversary blend, cheers to the top spot. It's L'Chaim's black and white cookie. It is so delicious. If you gotta want a cake-like cookie, as long as you want a cake-like cookie, this cookie is gonna meet all those your snacking needs. It's gonna meet every snacking need you have. That lovely sugary glaze on top, the vanilla and the chocolate is just so good. And the lovely light citrus notes along with the almond notes. This is a cookie for which I'd come back into this park. And mind you, I got a truck clear across because L'Chaim is located between the France and Morocco pavilions. So they make you work for your black and white cookies, and I will do so. And I will do so gladly. So the question's on you. It's now up to you. Is it worth it to you? $15 for 5 cookies. And as you stroll through the World Showcase, is this something that you and your touring party would like to do? Does this tick all the boxes in your mind for a cookie stroll? And which cookies would be top of your list to try? If I'm coming back, and y'all know I will be, I'm coming back for that black and white cookie. So let me know down in the comment section which cookies you would be down with. Please let me know as well, do you see value in doing the extra charges like the Olaf Holiday Tradition Expedition scavenger hunt they've got going on, or Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak that they do during Food and Wine? Is this something that you enjoy doing when you're in the park? Let me know, please, down below. Thank you so much for watching. You made it. You made it. High fives all around. You made it. Thanks so much. I cannot tell you how much I was looking forward to doing this holiday cookie stroll with you this year. I am so glad to get to be able to do this. Thank you so much for spending time. If you want to like this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If Disney snacks are your jam, please come and hang out a little bit more. Also, follow me on Instagram if you want to, in between all the videos here in the parks. It's Deni_Sunderly. That's DENI_SUNDERLY. Happy holidays, friends. Take good care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.